Everybody loves pasta, but homemade pasta is a step above. Here is an amazing recipe showing you how to make homemade pasta.
So what we're going for is a gorgeous fresh pasta with flour and eggs, a filling of ricotta and spinach, and we'll serve it with some warm wilted tomatoes. Pasta first. So into our bowl, very, very simple recipe, 300 grams of flour with 3 eggs. And that's pretty much it. Pinch of salt, a little bit of olive oil, but that is basic pasta. However, we're also going to add in a little bit of grated nutmeg, because you guys said that nutmeg is awesome with spinach, so rather than put it in the filling, we're going to put it into the pasta.
Nutmeg. Wow, tell me about nutmeg. Why?
It's just that classic combo, spinach and nutmeg always, always works. And then clamp down the lid and knead it. And you want to knead it until it's really elasticy. So it might take sort of 5 minutes or so. And of course you can do it by hand. Last thing going in is salt and some olive oil. So we have pretty much a bucket load of spinach. What you want is twice as much spinach to ricotta.
Because it goes all small, doesn't it?
It does. It wilts down to next to nothing. So a nice hot pan, throw it in. And then all we want to do is wilt it down until it's just cooked. Still nice and green, but as soon as it's wilted down, we'll get it out of the pan.
Do you know what I love about this? Is that I would go and buy something similar. However, learning how to make it with the fresh pasta, I can just only imagine how good it's going to taste.
Yeah, it's quite a common ready meal, but also it's so cheap. Like flour, eggs, spinach, ricotta, staple ingredients.
I mean, staples get caught in the throat, wouldn't they? But staples to a diet.
And then transfer it into a bowl, and as soon as it is cool enough to basically grab in your hand and squeeze, you want to squeeze out all of that extra moisture. Pasta. So what you're looking for is one pasta dough that's really soft and elastic, and as soon as you've got that and you've kneaded it by hand or a machine, wrap it in cling film and place it into the fridge for at least half an hour to relax. Several hours is fine. We've got one that's already rested.
While Ben was putting our pasta in the fridge, I was attaching the pasta roller.
And before we roll the pasta with our pasta roller, we're actually going to make the filling very, very quick. You can chop it all up on a board really fine, mix it in a bowl, but if you've got a food processor, bung it all in there. We've got ricotta going in, and then we squeeze out all that extra liquid from our spinach. If you put that into your filling, then your pasta goes very soggy as you try and roll it. So you want to get rid of all of that. To add to that, a generous grating of Parmesan. So ricotta is great for the creaminess and the main body, but the Parmesan has a much stronger flavour. And then just 1 egg yolk will help to enrich it.
Why not the egg white?
Again, too much liquid.
Okay.
So it's just the egg yolk you want to enrich. Perfect. Pop the lid on and blend it up. Let's have a look at the consistency we're after.
Have a look at that. Amazing.
So it should just be that kind of spooning consistency. You don't want it too wet, but neither too paste-like. It should just fall off a spoon, and that's ideal. Next up,
consistency.
Spooning consistency.
Consistently spooning.
Aren't we all? Right, next up we can roll our pasta as thin as possible. And this is the clue here. So we're making tortellini.
Yes.
And because tortellini is a filled pasta, it means that basically you're putting layers of pasta on top of each other. So it needs to start off as thin as possible, because by the time you've filled it and rolled it,
I see.
it's double thickness.
Yes.
So super thin. Now a pasta roller is optional. You can do it, and it would be traditionally done by hand with a rolling pin, so that's absolutely fine as well. But since we've got this, put it on a nice low speed. So that is setting number 1, and then all you need to do is click it down to number 2 and go again. And each time just move it down 1 notch so it gets very, very gradually thinner and thinner. And while you're doing that, I'm going to bring a pan of salted water up to the boil, and then we can start to shape and fill our pasta. If you want to make it easier for yourself, there's absolutely no harm in just cutting it in half when it starts to get really long.
Tell me that now.
And then you've got more control. If you've only got 1 pair of hands, most people have. Should we shape some?
Yes.
Now it's a very simple process. Get yourself a little cutter. This is about sort of 10 centimetres across, and cut out. I'll show you one to start off with. With that circle, we're now going to place a teaspoon, and everyone likes the filling, but don't be tempted to put any more than that in. A teaspoon of our filling in the centre, and then with a slightly wet finger, just dab around the top. And what you're going to do is fold it over and seal it all in, all the way around. So you're already being a bit zealous with the filling. So what you need to do now, it's named after, of all things, not particularly attractive, the belly button.
Okay, the navel.
The navel. So what you need to do is just dab one side of it again, because that's going to help it stick.
Yep.
And then grab your middle finger and just stick it on the middle of the pasta, and basically you're going to make a ring of pasta around
your finger,
like you're putting on a ring. Roll it round, push it down, and that is our ring of tortellini pasta, and it should just stand like that. And if you just leave them, basically you've got plenty of time now to make as many more as you want.
Let's see why it's called tortellini.
Belly button. Not particularly attractive,
It's a bit
but
wonky, that's why.
rather nice.
Belly button pasta. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself.
I find pasta very therapeutic. It's certainly not the sort of thing you're going to do midweek when you've got limited time. You're just going to get some pasta out of the cupboard, boil it up and make a sauce. But
yeah, like on a Saturday morning when you're like, I want to eat something good today, what am I going to do?
that's what this is.
The type of thing,
and loads
it?
of people can get involved. I think that's exactly what it's about. It's all about sharing, not just the process of making, but the eating as well.
Sharing is caring. Which, if you know someone who would enjoy this recipe, then you should share it with them now.
Simple as that.
That was a smooth link.
There we go, a couple of portions, done.
What you got on that baking tray?
Good point, a little dusting of semolina, which just stops them from sticking to each other and to the tray, and is one step above flour, which can get quite claggy when you start to boil it in the water later on.
That is a tip that we got from our video with the Chiappa sisters, wasn't it?
Yeah, top tips on pasta. One other thing, these are quite impressive if you're looking to impress a light meal.
Are you trying to impress me?
Always. However, you can get them done a little bit in advance because these benefit from now being an hour or a couple of hours just air drying, either in the fridge or at room temperature.
That gives us ample time to make a sauce.
A very quick sauce, and that is so simple. Over here, all I'm going to do is throw some cherry tomatoes into a frying pan, along with 2 whole cloves of garlic.
Whole cloves.
Peeled but whole.
Ooh.
And then start to fry them off in a little shot of oil with salt and pepper for 2 or 3 minutes, splash in some white wine, cook for another 2 or 3 minutes, and that's it. It's not really a sauce, they're just warm, wilted tomatoes.
Oh, lovely.
Delicious. To cook the pasta, we need plenty of boiling salted water, and they only need literally 2-3 minutes at tops. Fresh pasta cooks really quickly, so we'll pop a portion in. Our sauce is nearly there. We can always just smash a few tomatoes with the back of a fork, chop up some fresh basil and throw that in as well.
Smash them is such a violent word. Smash them.
Smush them. How about smush them?
Smush them.
We're going to smush them, not smash them.
All served in a UFO. That is a massive, massive saucer for 5 bits of pasta.
I like it. It's just, it's clean, it's white, I like it. There we go. A little sprinkling of Italian cheese, hard Italian cheese, a little drizzle of olive oil, a final sprig of fresh basil, and there we go. A beautiful bowl of fresh tortellini with spinach and ricotta, sorted.
Yum time.
Dig in.
That is banging.
Makes a difference, doesn't
No, so good.
it? Makes such a difference.
That is delicious.
It's not a sauce, but those tomatoes are so good.
I like this. Now, if I were watching this, I would like it by clicking like on the like button.
So that's not to say it's the perfect pasta dish. If you guys have had amazing pasta out there, upload photos, sorted food, so everyone can see those too.
Also, share it, get it out there, give it to humanity, because this is a great recipe. Thanks for watching, guys.
Until next time.